Hi everyone, welcome to The Creative Woman, and this is a part 2 for the 5th viewer request, because this viewer also is on the cusp of, of 2 houses. So I read the first one and posted that yesterday, and so here is the cusp that is I'm going to read, and it's 8th house north node, 2nd house south node. And I want to thank you, viewer, for both of your requests, and hopefully this helps you. And if you have any questions, any of you have any questions, please leave a comment below for me. I'd be happy to answer anything. Okay, so let me get my glasses on. And so yes, anyone who is on the cusp, then you're going to want to have both read. So, because you're gonna have flavors of both of them, and I would say any of you under 10 degrees, your north or south node under 10 degrees is going to be, or can possibly be, on the cusp of something. Well, I guess that depends on, no, it depends on your, let's see, within, under 10 degrees within the cusp, I should say, because it's not necessarily depending on what your cusp is. Okay, of any house. Okay, so here we go. Again, it's 8th house north node, 2nd house south node. Here you are confronted with a powerful battle inside yourself on the most basic of levels. Your karma is to overcome the extreme possessiveness of your past incarnations. Until you deal with this, you have difficulty finding meaning in anything you cannot personally own. You are jealous of the possessions of others, desiring strongly to have all that your eyes behold. In some individuals, this builds up to an insatiable lust for possession. In this respect, there is such a strong determination that little can sway you from pursuing your desires. Nearly always, your life is based around the sexual force, and it is nearly certain that the sense of sexual understanding is highly perverted. There is usually something animalistic about the nature. Whether open or concealed, there is a lack of response to the civilizing effects of society. Okay, and I want to state right there in these last 2 sentences, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad, those of you with 8th house north node, because the 8th house is the natural house of Scorpio. And Scorpio is very sexual, and they use the word perverted, and that's he possibly could have used, the author, a better word. So but needless to say, that's the animalistic side. That's just the animalistic side of Scorpio. So and sexual and all of that. So again, don't feel bad, as best you can. I know that's, anyway, so, because this is what you were born with. This is what you were born with. In your past lives, you did not fully understand the importance of other people's values, but continued to go your own way, unaware of how you affected others. Your soul has built a need system so great that no matter how much you are fulfilled, your greatest needs always seem to be just beyond your reach. You are like the proverbial donkey following a carrot strapped to your head, but rarely do you understand that you are the one who put it there. Those near you would give you the moon if it would make you happy, but they know as well as you do that it would be only a momentary toy, ultimately to be discarded and replaced by another need. It seems to be the quantity of quality that you desire, which is to say that you feel you must have all. A bundle of excess in all directions, you find it difficult to change your ways, even after the realization that you are headed down a path of disaster. Again, that's Scorpio. That's all the, for lack of a better word, the negative parts of Scorpio. And I totally understand because I have a Scorpio South Node in the 8th house. So I do know what I'm talking about, and you absolutely can overcome this. And that's what your privilege is in this life. So bravo for you for even wanting to know and listening. So keep going. Keep going. You push each crossroad to such extreme excess that when you do discover your errors, you are so far beyond the point of departure that you find it impossible to see your way back. And so you continue further along a path you know is wrong because it's the only road your eyes can see. And Scorpio, again, has everything to do with extremes and not listening to anyone and just stubborn, being very stubborn and continuing on the path no matter what destruction befalls you or anything. I understand that on a personal level. Definitely. In some cases, you go to such extremes that you may run into trouble with the law. But long after you see your error, you still keep trying to convince others that you are right. More than one with any other nodal position, you must learn self-control, or without discipline, you can too easily allow your past incarnation habits of self-indulgence to make a shambles of your current life. Some with these nodes experience an infirmity, which brings you so close to death that your eyes open to a new appreciation of life. Others go through extremely trying sexual episodes so that you may start to be more clinical about your behavior. But always, the karmic lesson is the same. You push yourself so hard that you ultimately destroy all ground you have gained. Through a symbolic death of excessive behavior patterns, you may ultimately experience a new birth. Okay, I'm going to read that again because this is what you will do. This is what your natural state you will do. You will push that envelope, the moth to the flame. Again, I know exactly what, and I understand. Experientially. Through a symbol. Okay, let me go back another sentence. I need to read both of those again. You push yourself so hard that you ultimately destroy all ground you have gained. Through a symbolic death of excess behavior patterns, you may ultimately experience a new birth. The past life residue presents too many physical and material concerns. The main growth in the current life is based on your ability to ferret out. Okay, excuse me. Let me start again. The main growth in the current life is based on your ability to ferret from out of the depths of your being the strength for a rebirth. You often display an interest in the occult through which you ultimately gain information needed to achieve your regenerative transformation. Whatever you choose to do, there is always chaos in it, for you are an extremist. And yet the combined karmic residue of stubbornness and laziness keeps stalling your rebirth. Your soul wants to transform, but you have difficulty finding enough energy to do it. The hardest thing for you is to learn how to walk with no footsteps, for you so desperately want to be impressive that you keep making your own life heavier. Relationships are extremely important to you. From prior incarnations, you have developed the habit of seeing the world as a social caste system, and without this framework, you keep struggling for status, always believing that some people are more privileged than others. Through your 8th house north node, you must symbolically kill this past life value system and go through the permanent metamorphosis, which will eventually attune you to the value of others. You have much to learn from those close to you as soon as you start to listen. Most of your sexual thoughts come from a deep-seated desire to kill the physical plane. They lead you on a path of ultimate disgust with yourself, as well as with the physical and material life that you have led for so long. Through open or secret lust, as well as jealousies in money or business affairs, you keep spiraling your life to a point of no return. Once you reach this, you will begin to be accepted through other people's value systems in order to find your way back. But you will be confronted with the test of having to give up all that you have ever thought important, almost as if you are being asked to step to the back of the line and wait your turn. Each time a new and finer value is imposed on you, you must learn how to eliminate all in yourself that blocks your acceptance. Okay, let me read that again. Each time a new and finer value is imposed on you, you must learn how to eliminate all in yourself that blocks its acceptance. You will start your new life from the bottom of the ladder, where, because of the slowness of your ascent, you will treasure deeply every inch of ground you gain. Truly, these nodes indicate a difficult life, but only because the ingrained attitudes of past incarnations are so fixed on having their own way. Until the transition is complete, you can expect your current life to be one financial tug-of-war after another. You must learn the karmic lesson that possessions are for the purpose of use, and that is not necessary to own more than what is immediately useful. When you overcome the tendency to allow your life's energies to dissipate themselves, you can become a veritable dynamo in the business world. Still, you must never forget that you are the type that must burn your bridges behind you as a protection against slipping backward to levels you have struggled to pass through. You must understand the biblical story of Lot, who, when he was finally redeemed from Sodom and Gomorrah, was asked to leave the city, take no possessions, and under no circumstances look back. The 8th house north node can regenerate or degenerate you. It is up to the strength of your own faith. To reach heaven, this nodal position must walk through hell first, and there, from the very bowels of the earth, make the realization that God will hear your faintest cry for help as soon as you sincerely promise not to look back. The sign which contains the South Node shows the type of past life value system that must be regenerated. The sign which contains the North Node shows the ways in which the rebirth will be accomplished. Okay, that's it. All right, that's very good. And I just want to say, any and all of us who listen to our South Nodes need to listen to it many times. And if you want a written copy of your North and South Nodes, I'd be happy to send it to you, because then you can read it many times, because it takes many, many times. And because you learn something new, you see something new, you see a pattern that you didn't see before. So and that's just part of the whole process, and it frees you every single time. So congratulations for those of you who are listening and listen to the end and are choosing and chose to embark on your personal destiny in uncovering your North and South Nodes into your consciousness, so that you can put it behind you and you can move forward. Okay, that's all for now. Till next time.